And now to a stunning twist in a murder case that has haunted Austin, Texas for more than 30 years. Happened back in 1991. 4 teenage girls were found shot and killed in a yogurt shop. For years, the question swirled about who was responsible for this horrible crime until now. 48 Hours correspondent Erin Moriarty has covered this story for decades, and she was first to report that police have now identified a suspect through DNA, and he is a serial killer.
Using advanced technology, a DNA match was just discovered in the long unsolved 1991 yogurt shop murders. Many, including the retired original investigator John Jones, wondered if the killings of the 4 teenage girls would ever be solved. And then Jones received a call from a current detective.
It was kind of one surprise after another, but it all made sense. And when he got to the part about the DNA, I didn't quite know what to say.
Jones told us that DNA found on one of the teenagers' bodies, including under her fingernails, matched that of the deceased serial killer Robert Eugene Brashers. Brashers had been connected to 3 other murders in South Carolina and Missouri. In 1999, after a standoff with police, Brashers shot and killed himself. The case may now be solved, but the images of December 6, 1991 will always remain with Jones.
I can definitely still see it.
Eliza Thomas, Jennifer and Sarah Harbison, and Amy Ayers have been tied up and shot in the head. And then the yogurt shop was set on fire. A task force worked for years to find the killers. Billboards asked for help as the victims' families and the city of Austin grieved.
I remember the shock.
Sonora Thomas was 13 years old when her only sibling, Eliza, was murdered.
You just hold on to anything you can to get through these moments that are so impossible.
Police!
Over the decades, there were arrests, even convictions, but those convictions were overturned. It left Jones and the families in emotional turmoil. Jones long ago made a pledge to the families involving the shirt he wore on the night of the murders.
The next time they saw me with that green and white shirt on, that was a signal to them that, we knew who did it.
And now, 33 years later, that shirt he saved all those years can finally be worn. But what do you want for the families?
I want them to know who actually killed their girls. Answer the question on the billboard. Who killed these girls? He did.
Boy, he did. Erin Moriarty joins us now from Austin, where there will be a news conference later this morning to give us the rest of the details. But Erin, I've been watching this series on the HBO, streaming service, so I've been very fascinated by this case from the very beginning. What can you tell us about this suspect, and why has it been so difficult to solve this case after all these years?
You know, Gayle, I hope they really have it. This guy is a bad guy. Brashers is a serial killer, rapist, and a pedophile. But most of his crimes happened after the yogurt shop. It wasn't until after he shot himself that he was connected to the other murders. And then add to that that there was whoever did kill these girls set the yogurt shop on fire. That destroyed so much of the evidence. Luckily, the initial detectives hung on to some forensic evidence and preserved it, but then it was only just a semi-profile. So those are some of the problems they've had in this case.
All right, Erin, thank you very much.